Right, it's Try It Tuesday again, and I'll carry on with the gel plate. This is the last week I'll do this. I thought I'd have a proper go with alcohol inks this week. You have to excuse my plates, I don't clean them, but I've also had a little play so that I've got loads of different sort of backgrounds already, because I was not practicing but having a play, because I haven't used a lot of alcohol inks on the gel plate at all. So I was trying to get the right sort of tone and everything for autumn and that sort of thing. I've done quite a few. These aren't finished, these are just first layers and things like that. But I thought, oh, if I won't need all these for autumn, you know, because I'll do one more journal, I think. But I can turn some of these into steampunk. So I thought, because instead of doing Halloween this year, because I've done a Halloween journal this year, I'm going to work on, I'm not doing the journal, I'm just going to work on things to go in the journal, because my sister made me one. So I want to use that and sort of decorate it, really. So that's what I'll do there. So enough of that, I'm waffling again. So what did I choose? I haven't got a big range. I've got more of the patina range because I use that on my metal and things like that. So, but I've got the Adirondack, and I've got Sunshine Yellow, Red Pepper there. That is the patina one, but that's rust, but it's orange. It's for the rust patina. I've got a bit of white. I haven't used any white yet. This one's Raisin, and that's another patina one, and that's Antique Copper. What's that one? And a bit of ginger. That's just the normal one. I quite like the normal ones because they're transparent, and I do tend to like things that look a bit transparent. In the acrylic, I've got bronze, linen. These are just cheap ones. I'm not sure about that. I've had that a long time. And then I've got some more of the antique buff titanium, which I like. Okay, I've got a little bit of hand sanitizer to have a play around with, and I did get that green out, but I'm not using it, I don't think. Just depends really what happens. Right, so I need to get, first off, I've got some plain ones, because I put those other ones at the side of me and I'll brayer off on them. Yeah, okay, so you'll see me going over here and just brayering and different things like that. That's the way you build up something, and something good might happen. Sometimes it doesn't, but you know, this is all scrapbook paper, just cut up ones I don't use. And I'm getting my pile down, which is absolutely amazing. Right, what should we start with then? Let's have a little bit of red. Actually, no, I'm going to have a bit of yellow. Let's have a bit of yellow. I'm working with two, so you can use one big one, but I quite like using two little ones, and because of the size I'm using. Right, so we've got ink on there, and I'll just go over there, and then you won't know where to see. That's all I do. Okay. Just clean it off, and we build up the colour there. Okay, what I want to do is just get a plain one. Okay, I'm not waiting for that to dry because I'm not putting anything in it at the moment. All I want to do is just get a little bit of colour going on here. Yeah. Some really, you know, this is the way I do a lot of real quick backgrounds. Okay, so that's what I do. And there's still a bit of yellow on there and that. I don't clean it. We have a little tiny bit. Well, I haven't used this white, so I'll use a bit of hand sanitizer in a minute. So I don't know what happened here. That look like an eyeball. Go over here again. So quick to do backgrounds like this. Okay. There we go. Right, so I'm going to use a bit of copper now. Do copper? Yeah. Do. Come off straight away. Oh, and I think it should be there. Right. There's just no pattern or anything on these. I'm just literally just picking some up. Not much. That's one of the other ones I've done. That was bronze, that one. Okay, yeah, nothing's come up on that one. Okay, let's have a bit of this hand sanitizer. This keeps it wetter, yeah, for longer. I'll just spray that over, and it will also pick up some of that as well. It's quite cool. And then see, okay, so that's cleaning my brush, but it's cleaning it on there. So let's clean a bit of that off. There we go. I know it's going to pick it up now, but so the hands, if you want to slow it down, the hand sanitizer is brilliant for that. So I'm going to just put a tiny bit more and then put some bronze on. This gives you time to play, really. A little bit more. I'm just going to put a tiny bit on here. And just okay. Just waiting for that to dry now. Might do a bit of stamp. Make sure when you do all this that you do clean your stamps off, especially if you get any acrylic paint on your stamps. Definitely. I mean, there's loads here that isn't even done, so it should pick up some of the leaves. All right. Okay, what I'm going to do on this one, okay, is stamp with archival ink. I'm using a bit of green and then a little bit of It's still archival, this one. Oh no, this is dye ink pad. It's not, I don't think this one's permanent. That's okay. I'm just putting that bit on the top. I'm not sure whether that one's permanent or not. Can't remember. I have to look at it. Green. Okay, and then because I've got some on here, I shall pick one that's already done, like that, and stamp it on there, yeah? Let's see what happens. Sometimes nothing. That's okay. And that looks very autumny to me. So I quite like that one, so I would say, right, I'm leaving that one, that's fine. And that's the Tim Holtz. Nature's Wonder. Okay. So that's CMS343. Because on that one we didn't use the ink, but it just but it lifts off what's on there. I mean, this is going to be very patchy, definitely. But I'm going to use titanium buff. I think that one's dry. Use it on that one. This one's still a little bit shiny, so it might take all the paint off because you don't need very much, but we shall see. Yeah, need a bit more. That's too much now, see? Right, so some spare paper. I'm going to try that now. And again, there's still a lot on there. Let's rub it off. Definitely run out of room when you do this. Okay. Just taking a bit so don't. There's a little bit too much paint on there, so just taking some off like that. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's fabulous. Look at that one. How cool is that? All that going on in the background. That's great. So that one I wouldn't use, and it's not too thick, the paint. Love it. And that is that one, and again, it's great. I like it. Okay, let's go and get some of this off. You can see why I leave the paint and everything now, can't you? Yeah, and please, I do follow Robyn, somebody called Robyn. I'll post her channel below. Amazing. And it's really good because she actually works a lot with the colours that we like, you know, the vintage, and so it's absolutely brilliant. She is. So I could do with leaving, you know, this is starting to wear off now, which because I like that texture on it. Wish it was all over, actually. Definitely. Oh, and should we try a bit of white? I don't think white would do anything unless it's on a dark background, but put a bit in there like that. Then a bit of orange, I reckon. And I'm going to have a little bit of sanitizer as well. Okay, loads on my brush or my brayer. Okay, and then go over that. That one's quite nice. I'll leave that one. That one's coming on quite good. So just put a bit of orange on there. I'll start building up these ones a bit more. Okay, if we leave that dry, you can put some other colour on it. That one's quite nice as well. You know, remember the white bits, you can tea stain those. Okay, so we'll pretend the white's not there. Yeah, so these definitely need some work on. Alright. That one's lovely actually. Keep that one. We need a bit of yellow too. And pinks. So that one went a bit pink there, look. Okay. Yeah. So yes, I've got a lot here. But like I say, it's only scrapbook paper that I wouldn't use. Some turn out good, brilliant. If not, then, well, you just cover them over with a bit of gesso. That one's stuck to the paper. But that one will turn out really great. That'll be my best one. Oh dear. Yeah, I certainly have fun. That's for sure. Okay. I'll try a bit of raisin too. These ones almost dry instantly, so. I'm going to spritz with alcohol. That. I'll get a clean one for this. See what happens. Ah, lovely. You've got to remember, this is just plain scrapbooking paper. Let's see if I can just pick up Put it there. Okay, like that. Put this one now. That's with that was a dye ink pad and henna brown. Oh, when dry, waterproof. So, the dye ink I thought was, but just gonna change the pattern there. Okay, and I think there's enough on there. Okay, and then most probably some on here. So again, I would stamp on something. There we go. That one we just done. And time you trim that down, that's perfect. I'll leave that one. Right, and I give the stamps a bit of a clean just in case. I mean, you literally must be careful with acrylic. That's all I can say, but I'm using alcohol ink mainly today, so because it will, what happens, the acrylic paint will fill in here and it will ruin your stamp. Okay, so this has got to dry, yeah, and then we'll lift off with some buff. Because we spritzed with alcohol before, it's still on there, look, and I think that's, it's like bleeding out a bit. That I like that one. Oh gosh, when they first, that was the first original one. I think it's different because there must be other companies that do them, but that was one of the original gel plates. I remember it was about 30, 40 pounds just for that small one, and you can get the massive ones now for the same price. So I'm just looking at that. I'm loving that. That's really nice. It's surprising because if you keep into your vintage tones, you know that you can pick up any of these and do something else with it. It doesn't have to be autumn and any of those. That's good. I'm just looking at the print in the background. And what, one set of stamps. I suggest you don't use too many colours. Use one set of stamps and do a load of things with just that one set of stamps. And I think that way you will learn a lot more than if you got too much out. And it's like stencils, you know, if you do use stencils, pick a couple of them and just play with those same colours, same stencils. Come on. I think we might be a better print, so I'm going to mix my paint on this one just in case. I think that'll be a bit of print. And always with paint, less is more, yeah. Okay, for this one I'll get a blank one. Quite see I like this bit there. Yeah. Okay, I had to answer a message then, sorry. So these have been on a while, so look at that. How cool is that? And that one turned out great as well. Okay, and I actually prefer it with alcohol ink because I can still see the other layers underneath a bit better. Only because I might not have been, you know, got my paint right yet, my paint consistency. So, whereas alcohol, you know, is transparent. So, except the patina range, that's opaque, which I'm going to use now. So there's some drops of white in there, look. Oh, I love them. I don't know what's in this one. Oh no, look. No idea what that is. Yeah, like I said, this is my original one. I keep one that's really clean. And then these I'm gonna mess up. I think I'm gonna put a bit of hand sanitizer. Oh, just add a bit of raisin. Okay. And I shall take off that and put that on there. And then get some more here. Clean off my brayer. So I'm just gonna experiment. That's alcohol, rubbing alcohol. So there's a bit of ginger. I'm just going to, oops, too much really. Never mind. This is going to be mad. It's a bit yellow over there. I have no idea where I'm going. This is what happens to me. Oh dear. You may see this video, you may not. I'm having my mad moment. This one doesn't move. It's a patina range. It's quite thick, so. Oh dear. I think it's a bit too thick, that one. Right, bit of alcohol, I think. Yeah, should we pick that up then? Before. Oh dear. I'm not braying it. I'm gonna. Oh wow. Not to vintage, but the colours are brilliant. It's quite wet, so. Oh, I bet you that would be nice on like yucco paper, and those are a bit bright. Okay, this might make mud now. I just had to do it. I really did. Right, I'll let that dry, and I'm going to stamp over that. That's more for my art journal, that one. Look at that. That's wonderful. Yes. Like that. Yeah. So that's for my art journal. So I'll put those over there. You have to excuse me when I do things like that. I go off. Right. Should be nearly dry. Okay. Let's have a bit of this. Oh, wait a minute. Just got an idea. This is where you need to have a clean area so we can stamp those out. Okay, not really, that's a bit messy. All right, give that a clean. Right, and I'll stamp up this one again. Okay, and then we'll pull off with titanium buff. Then I think we better start adding a bit of copper, a bit of gold actually. Let's see if I can find some gold. Okay, I think I'm going to add just a little bit of green. Okay, on this one. Just fancy a little bit of green. Just leave that one on there for a minute. This one I'm going to add a little bit green. Actually, I'll mix it on there. No. That seems silly, but I'm going to put a bit of buff over the top of that. So, yeah. Okay, I'll have to finish in a minute. I haven't got many of these left. I'm going to go right in the middle, I think. Let's see if I can pick any of that up. Yeah. Picked up some, so. How cool is that? That's great. This might go and pick that up there. Okay. Love it. There's another great one. Right, I'll put these away and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so I've cut some of them down into tag shapes. Okay, that's my favourite, definitely. That turned out brilliantly. Love it. But I would sort of worry about putting in anything on top of that one because I like the way it looks just as it is. And there's one there. Yeah, and I like this one too with this. If I ink it up and everything, that'll get rid of that white there, and I quite like that one as well. Okay, so that was the alcohol ink. This was last week. That was distress ink. So you can see the different results that you get. And the first week I just done paint, didn't I? Yeah, and showed you that way. So yeah, that's great. I think they're great. And I've got a whole load. It's not only just those. I've got loads. Right, so I stitched all around them. I did do one in cream. And I thought, oh no, I'm going to do black. So I've done that for now. I've inked around the edges. Okay, and then I'm going to actually bring them to life a bit with this acrylic wax that I use. I got it out the other day and I thought, oh, I used it on something and I really liked it. So I'm going to go over, because I don't think I'm going to add any more colour to these. I quite like the way they are. So I'm just going to sort of make some, not shiny, just sort of enhances the colour a bit really. And if you haven't watched my other videos on acrylic wax, I've which I can't even remember which ones they are now, but it comes from Art Van Gogh, okay, in the UK, but any acrylic wax does. I'm sure in the US you have art departments because it is used for acrylic paint, to seal acrylic paint. So, and it's great for your inkjet printables as well. It's a bit too much on that one. it just sort of brings them to life, especially if you haven't used matte photo paper. Doesn't take long to dry. Okay, I'll give them a quick blast and then. Right, I don't know whether you can see the difference. It just enhances the colour. Okay, it brings them to life a bit. All right, but it's not shiny. It's just sort of, and it's got a lovely texture to it. Okay, well, I'm going to do some simple ones. Okay, because I think this is running a bit on. I've got these that I made. I've got a video on these. Okay, these are great for things like this. If you've done a batch up, these are actually for my journal, but I will, I'm going to use a couple of them today, just for quickness. Oh, I don't know what's happened here. Right, okay. And these are from the little kit I just brought out, which I thought ideal for quickness as well. I'll just ink up that. What's that say? Yeah, that's all right. So that could go, you know, this is how easy they can be. You've done, you know, all these, and if you've done all those, a card and that, and they're done. You know, I meant to say, I backed them a card. I just had some coffee stain card. It's about 180, I think, that card. All right, and then have a look on here. That one could look quite nice. And do you know what? Because I really like this card, that would be it. That's all I'm going to do on there. And time you put a grommet in and a dangle, maybe. Finished. It's just, you know, you can see the empty space. So that's telling me to put it there. It's sort of telling me here. Oh, I'm going to keep that one. It's got, sorry, I'm just looking at the pink. I did have one that looked pink. Here it is. That's sort of telling me there, maybe. Anyone who thinks, yeah, could do with a leaf there, really. But it could come down. I think. Yep, that's fine. Put that one down first. That's the ones that have been shrunk down. I think that, and then we could have green sari ribbon or something at the top. And that one's there. Right, that's full done. Shall we do one more? I'm going to keep that one there. I'll do that one. It's a slightly different colour, so. Yeah, I've got some of those, a different word on, which would look nice up there. Put them away. Right, okay, family dangles. Let's have a look. I'll do the grommet first. Should we have copper there? What's going in here? Have a long one on there. I think I have the birdie there, so I'll put copper in that one because that's copper on there. Well, most of them got copper on, I think. Never mind, copper and gold goes nicely together. Oh, there's a video on them. If you're new to my channel, there's video on the dangles. I'll put a playlist below. There, what colour should we have on that one? And I got, just cut some of these out. Oops. Got some pink ones as well. Oh, well, I've got all these threads here. Let's usually use them. So put them in my little pot so they don't attach to me. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go around and just do all these first. I think that'll be quickest. That's what I would normally do rather than do them all individually. And I can put this thing away. Okay, there's that one there. Have something pink on this one. Oh, we've got a pink flower here. So, and 3. I think I have that. Oh, the cat's going to scratch it all. Oh, that's... Here we have a bit of green yet. So the sari silk that comes in long strips, I just open it out and cut it down so it's nice and thin. Get quite a few out of it then. This one needs something else. I'm not sure what yet. Right. Oh, quite stiff, these ones. You just put it on there before you go through the loop, and you don't have to open it. Yep, need something just here. Okay. Bit of green washi tape will be perfect. which I will try and find. Right, okay, all done, I think. So it's there. One there. One there. Simple tags, but you know, the whole process I suppose you would say isn't simple, but you can do a lot altogether, and I'm really pleased the way these come out with all the alcohol ink and that. That's great. Okay, finding it very useful. Well, thank you very much everybody for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.